I'm gonna laugh.
Shut up. We should just put this in there. Just
Okay.
to do it.
Okay.
Just to put it in there.
People will know the process and how it goes on.
The terrible process. All right, we're back.
And it's me, Mr.
Banana
Banana Yams.
I bet some of you were just so happy. So, we have 8 questions. Most of them won on the YouTube channel. A lot of them were sent in either to me personally or to you, I'm guessing.
And a couple we were supposed to do in the last video, but we forgot.
It was 1. It was 1. It was 1.
One less answer. We're terrible at giving advice.
I am. It
All
wasn't
right,
even.
but before this takes 30 minutes, shall we get going?
Fine, let's go. Number 1. This is the one we missed, sadly. It's how can you tell you are in love? I'm going to let you answer that one first.
Scientifically, they say that... I said that word wrong. They say that when you are in love, you have... I say it's when your emotions and hormones are all screwed up because of another person.
You see, this is the single man of the year. Anyway, do you have a... Is that your answer?
No.
Is it you're messed up? If you're in love, you're lying! You're living a lie!
The truth is, it's a very complicated subject. People can never tell when they're in love. So that's why we have to answer it.
We have to...
You have more experience. You go first.
I have more expect. Fine.
I've been on 1 date.
Give you that. All right, fine. From what I have observed, since I'm the master expert, it's you
Veteran.
feel shut up. You feel a connection to the person, I guess, and your thoughts are always drawn to them. Sometimes it's a curse, really. Anyway,
Well, it's just, you grow attached to them emotionally and physically.
dang!
I know a lot of people, well, like, physical appearance is what draws people to them.
I'm not touching another girl that I like. I might bond to her flesh.
That's not what I meant.
You said bonding physically.
Next question.
Next question. This one was sent in by one that I didn't want to answer, but we're going to answer it anyway. Number 2, and I changed this, and you know who you are who sent this in.
We won't say your name.
And I don't approve of your wording, but we're going to answer this. Number 2, trait that you like in the opposite gender.
Or in
What
this
are you
case-
attracted to?
What am I attracted to?
Guess, trait-wise.
My
Maybe
biggest... Okay, not physically.
Not physically.
Okay, the personality traits mainly.
Yes.
For me, it has to be honesty, because I'm sick of the world that we live in is so full of lies and deceit. So, if I were to have a significant other, I want her to be upfront and honest with me. Wake up!
And that, my friends, is why he's still single man of the year.
Yup.
Anyway,
Your turn.
my turn. Trait of the opposite gender. You do not. No! This is my
I
turn.
don't have a hat.
This is my trademark.
I have a pen.
Shut up! Let me finish. Banana yams, get back in your chair. Trait that I like in the opposite gender is a sense of humor. I hate uptight people. It's so boring.
Oh, we're still filming. Actually, that's good. That's very good. I agree, and at the same time, you can't really narrow it down to one personality trait. There's a lot of specific variables.
I'm try not to be unfair here, but even if you can't get all the personality traits you want, you're gonna get a few, but there's never gonna be that perfect person. That's why it's called marriage is like an agreement. It isn't. Anyway, we're gonna move on to question 3 because we're gonna sit here for hours talking about just this one.
And we won't be able to post it.
No. Okay, number 3 is free time enjoyment, and this was sent in by Ashley Pugh. If I said that wrong, I'm very sorry, but I accepted the challenge to try to say it right. I don't know if I did.
He shouldn't have asked my opinion. Okay, let's answer it.
Free time enjoyment. You go first.
What do I do in my free time? There's a better way to word that. Anyway.
No, sorry, I just took little notes. I didn't
It's
want to
fine,
write
it's
down
fine.
the whole question.
We don't have to tell them that. It's okay. But now they know.
Now you know. We're lazy.
My free time, I mostly spend my head in the clouds. And I'm constantly listening to music, imagining I'm somewhere else. I'm going to stab you with this pen if you do that again.
And then you'll be a criminal.
I won't post it. I'll destroy your phone. Anyway, but when I do like to entertain myself, I prefer books. Specifically fantasy. It's my favorite genre. So, moving on.
Alright, my turn. Free time enjoyment. Video games, sleep, food. There you go.
As seen in the first Q&A. Go watch that one if you haven't.
And of course,
Self-plug-in. Yes.
and of course, writing. Long, many things. Okay, next question, number 4.
You're going to have to answer
High
this
school
one.
preparations.
I
You don't have to deal with that, you homeschooled.
Homeschool for the win. I don't have to go to high school.
This is why he has no friends. Okay, my turn.
Then what are you? What are you?
What am I?
You're not a dwarf, so don't say that.
I am the best thing that ever happened to you. Anyway, moving on.
That's why we're in his basement.
For prepping for high school. It's not that bad, actually. The first year it was like, okay, I have these many classes, I have to do this and this and this and this. And then you look at it and it's like, it's not that bad. You just go to classes.
Were you levitating feathers at your first year?
No, I was learning a Kedavra.
In the classroom.
Well, yeah.
Practicing on students that got expelled.
Sure, we'll say that. Next. Number 5. What is your favorite activity to do any of the days? Any of the days. I speak wonderful
In any of the
English.
days.
Any day of your life, what is your favorite thing to do?
Mine varies. Depends on what I'm doing. Lately, it's been hanging out with friends. I've gone over to people's houses, gone to the lake, swimming. I love swimming, especially in the summertime.
There you go, there's his favorite activity.
Most of the time, my days are boring. So that's why that's where most of my entertainment comes from. So that's my activity. Being with friends.
I bet you at home just grew a beard. My favorite activity is probably leaving the world in my own head and going off to far worlds and doing whatever I want where there's no laws that are immensely stupid. Okay, now we're moving on.
Some laws are very important, thank you. Otherwise,
No.
you'd be a criminal.
We're not going to talk about this. Number 6. What's the 3 coolest things you have done? Ever.
Ever.
Emphasis on the ever.
Well, number 1 for me. I'll go first, unless you want to.
You're always going first.
I'm always first. I am the one who knocks.
And then
Anyway.
he gives you free Girl Scout cookies.
Yep. Anyway, no, the $20 per box.
Just shut up and answer.
Okay, anyway. First one is I jumped off a stone cliff that was 50 feet high and landed into water.
I always knew your legs were robotic.
Well, it may not have been.
You always walk around
It
like
was like-
C-3PO.
It was more like 45.
Yeah, you've always walked around like C-3PO.
But
R2.
that's more arms, less legs.
R2.
Alright. The second one is I got to go to a Lindsey Sterling concert. That was one of the greatest days of my life. It was also one of the worst days of my life because I threw up all the night before. But it was worth it.
And number 3.
Probably when I went to Tucanos for the first time. Enough said.
Hear that, friends? It's jumping off building and rocks.
Rocks into water.
Rocks into water. It's music and food. For me, I guess 3 coolest things I have done.
Skydiving.
No.
This is gonna get long. Hurry it up.
Yes, okay. Number 1. I'm immensely boring, people. I haven't done anything. I've been to Lagoon. Woohoo.
Lagoon's fun. I love Lagoon.
I have been... Well... What's the other 2 coolest things? I have ate, and I have slept. And I have lived. I know that is 4, but I don't care. Number 7.
Everything he does is eating and sleeping, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah.
We're not going to mention what happens after the eating.
It's just sleeping. Okay, number 7. If you could be a fantasy race of any kind, what would you be?
Does this include where I live? Or just, is it here?
It
in the
isn't
now?
talking about Hobbiton.
Hobbiton!
Shut up!
He's not a true fan, everybody!
I'm not a true fan of the Hobbits. Second breakfast, anyone? No, I'll pass. I'll kill a dragon.
I had enough at 11 C's. Anyway.
So what is your fantasy race?
Hobbit. Obviously. If not a hobbit, then a dwarf. I like to be short.
Not in his conversations.
No, of course not.
Ignore the beeping. That's a stupid dishwasher. Good heavens. Laundry cleaner.
Alright, go.
Alright, my fantasy race would be a dwarf or a dragon.
A dragon?
Well, a race in its own. Or the Dovahkiin. Any of you know that.
Then he'd be a human dragon. Because he's dragon-born, but he's a human that came out of an egg.
And that is for if you have no clue what we're talking about.
I don't want... It's funny because I love fantasy, but I've never played an Elder Scrolls game.
He's played the Elder Squirrels game, but not
That
the
game
Elder Scrolls.
was amazing.
All right,
Last question.
Number 8. How would you deal with bullying? Either to yourself or to someone you knew.
Dylan, you're so annoying, man. You're always ruining the video.
Excuse me. This is my channel. The door is somewhere in this vicinity. You can leave. And that's how we'll deal with it.
Hear that, lads? He's a cannibal. He eats his own kind. Bananiams, what have you done? Bananiams, we're getting you, you cannibal! You're going to die!